Good morning, children. Today we are going to just continue the previous part which we had talked about in our live class. So we have talked about what are pronouns and what are the various kinds of pronouns, right? So during that time, while we were doing the types of pronouns, we had talked about personal pronouns, and you can see here how they are used. See, first of all, the very first part which is used here, used as a subject. Okay, that means the first person, second person, third person. I, we, singular, plural. You, singular, plural. He, she, it, singular. They, plural. So for that, when we change to the object, I becomes me, we becomes us. I have just told all about this. And possessive form also I have told you. And reflexive also, reflexive or emphasizing for I. If it is changed to object, obviously it comes in the object itself. So it will be changing to myself or ourselves, like that. Then yourself will become yours will become yourself. His becomes himself. We have to just see the objective part. Okay, so him becomes himself, her becomes herself. This, if you just see this table, you will understand everything. So I'm marking this table. Just you see that table which is done here in page number 34. If you see this table, just mark this one, this table, and you will, everything is clear to you. This is one thing. Then another thing is relative pronoun. Okay, relative pronoun, what happens here is we have already talked about relative pronoun and the antecedent. What is the antecedent? The noun or the word which comes before the antecedent. For example, if you see here, I think it's not given. Okay, a relative pronoun refers to, just mark this line. Okay, a relative pronoun refers to or relates to a noun that has gone before it. The noun it refers to is called its antecedent. You just mark this part. Now let's see what is written in the next paragraph. These are important. Which are the relative pronouns? Okay, the examples like who, whose, whom, which, and that are the words most frequently used as relative pronouns. As is also sometimes used as relative pronoun. Mark this line. Now let's see what is used for what. That means which relative pronoun is used to indicate what. So if you see point number A, as a rule, what we have got, who, whose, whom. Okay, these three things will come under one only, that is who. Okay, so this one is used for persons only. Okay, if you just mark this first part, as a rule, who, whose, whom is used for persons only. Only for denoting persons we use who, whose, or whom. It has the same form whether it refers to a singular or plural noun or a noun of masculine, feminine, or common. Next point is which. First we have talked about who, then we will talk about which. Which is used for things without life and for animals. Particularly we will use for animals and those things which are without life. Okay, this is the giraffe which the Indian zoo got from Africa. We are referring to the giraffe, so giraffe becomes our antecedent. And since it is an animal, we are talking about the animal, so we have used which. I have a dress which is made of silk. Dress is a thing which has no life, and since it has no life, so we have used which. Next, let's come to that. That is used for both persons and things. Sometimes we use both for persons, and for things we use both that sometimes. Okay, this is the boy that ate the entire cake. Did you see the car that runs on battery? Now you don't think that if you use who, that means you can't use that. You can use both. Sometimes we accordingly which seems suitable, we use that. So this is the boy, we are referring to the boy, so the boy becomes the antecedent. Did you see the car? Car is again a non-living thing, so the car is our antecedent. And also you see here how the more uses of that are given. This first second and third point, if you see, we use that after an adjective in the superlative degree, always. We use that after all the words, all that glitters is not gold. Yes. Then if in a sentence we have two nouns, one denoting a person and the other a thing, we would naturally prefer to use that. See the example, both the car and its driver. Now one denoting a person and the other denoting a thing. Car is a thing, driver is a person. So we will use that. It might happen that with the non-living things and with the living things we have used that. Fourth one is that. Sorry, what. What refers to things only. Its antecedent is not expressed. This is the one thing when what will be there, okay, that's antecedent will not be present in the sentence. For example, we have found what we have been looking for. We have found what we have been looking for. That means we had been searching for something and we have found that thing. So that thing, we just have to understand it. That will mean that will not be totally directly mentioned in the sentence. Okay, just like the other things that is for who, which, that, those antecedents are mentioned, but here the antecedents is not mentioned. And the last one, the word as is also sometimes used as a relative pronoun. It is used after the word such and sometimes after the word same. Her problem is the same as mine. Okay, her I have few things. You can just make out yourself. I can't properly remember now the example. Okay, suppose any question is given to you that you define this thing and you mention some examples. So if you have given that definition and you just give an example such as this and that. So this kind of examples can also work. Then lastly, position of the relative pronoun. We have learned what are relative pronouns and what are the relative pronouns we can add. Now we'll see how they are placed. A relative pronoun should be placed as near as possible to the noun or the pronoun it refers to. Otherwise, sometimes the sentences we write might look absurd. Let's read this example, what is given. Raghu was called by the principal. Now two persons are mentioned here, Raghu and principal, yes, who had cheated in the examination. Now, in this sentence, the relative pronoun who are we talking about? We are talking about Raghu. Raghu had cheated in the examination, right? But since it is written just after principal, it seems like that principal had cheated. So that is not possible, right? So the proper sentence, what should have been written is, it's written in the bottom. Raghu, who had cheated in the examination, was called by the principal. Then it is proper and it sounds correct. Okay, this is the thing. So after you have gone through this video, you will now write the remaining things which are left. You have done till now only brain twister A number and activity zone A number. So the remaining things whichever are left, you will do that now. Okay. Yeah, then I'll tell you when you have to submit. But after you have learned this video, you have gone through this video, then you will start doing the activities. Okay. So yeah, and if you have any doubt within this video, then you can ask me. Okay. Thank you.